Here's this package. It looks like this, and it is a wardrobe on wheels, and it looks like this. It has 4 legs, and more exactly there are wheels there. You can move it. It has 4 bars. You can put shoes there, and the height is extendable, this part. There are holes there. Okay, and you can put the coat hangers up there, and they will hang down. So that's the lower part, that's the top part. It is made by Liv Bo, or how it's called. It supports maximum 35 kilograms for shoes and clothes. These are metal components. The thickness is not too huge, so don't put 100 kilograms on it. Painted white, metal. These are the wheels and other components. We have screws and the manual in that many languages. Here's the manual itself. Component A looks like this, and you have 2 pieces, and A is this one, and in that way you can identify all of them. Here we have component A. So here's the first step, that's the second step, third and fourth step. On the first step we have the component A, that large metal, that one. Into that we have to insert H. H is a plastic thing with some rings on it, and it's this one. So these will go into the corners, the bottom part. L is mentioned here. L is a small screw because we have a larger screw also. And we need C, is a bar with holes on it, and we have 2 pieces of them, so we need to put those together. I inserted the first plastics. They are not too easy to insert, so position it there and push it. Try to push it down like so. So it looks like this. There's a tiny gap there. So we just inserting the component H into the component called A. Now let's get the L and insert it there. L is the small screw, which is here. Small screw inside there. Now get this one, which has the holes there, and this smaller portion has to be inserted there. And by the way, this has to enter into the metal directly. So that there, and this here. A screwdriver is not included. This is a Phillips head, star more exactly. I try to use this one with such a head in it for Phillips screws, and tighten this one, and it looks okay. So that portion is ready. Do the second one. 2 are ready. That screw was inserted into that one and that one. So the first step is ready. Let's get to the next one. Now get these long bars, which are called E. E is mentioned here, and you have 4 pieces of them. There are these whites and thin with screw holes at the ends. You have to insert the screws there. You receive a hexagonal screwdriver, which is called K. K is mentioned here. You have 1 piece, and it's this one. Then you need the long screws, which are called M. M is mentioned here, and you have 10 pieces of them. These are the long screws, hexagonal on the inside. I already inserted one. Now let's get the next one. Position it there. Introduce a screw and tighten this one. Use this small screwdriver, insert it there, tighten it. 3 are inserted, here comes the 4th one. The paint already went down there as it was in contact and I tightened it. Those 4 are inserted. Now let's put the screws into this one. Now tighten the screws and it looks like this. Now let's use the electric tool. Remove this Phillips head. Insert this hexagonal male to hexagonal female and tighten it. Plus, out of these, use this one, which is hexagonal to also hexagonal, which is good for that one. Let's set it to the first speed. It is pulling it. Now tighten it manually, not to overdo it. So we just finished the second step. Let's go to the third one. We need the bar which is called B. B is a shorter bar with just one hole there at the end. You have 2 pieces of that. And into the B we need to insert the D, which is a long bar. D is here and it has one hole at each ends. So small with one hole and large with 2 holes. Only these 3 bars were left, so this has to be the large one. Here's one hole, there's another one at the end, and the other one does not have a hole because this sticks out. At the other end there is nothing. So we have to insert a screw which is M. M is mentioned here. M is here is the long screw. So 2 long screws from the top down. Between there is a plastic which is called N. N is mentioned here and it looks like that, which is here this half moon shape. 2 pieces of those N. The plastic is in between that metal and that metal, and there's a J at both ends, which looks like this. These 2. These are highly similar to which were inserted below, but they are wider, larger in diameter. So these shiny bars at one end, they have these things which can be pushed in, and at the other end they have a female screw. So we have to use this part where that nut is. So the screw will enter from the top, this will be between, and this will enter there. Screw there, plastic with the half moon shape on the left, and that enters there. Now tighten this screw and push that in. This was not stopping, it was continuously rotating. That's because it's not a Phillips head as this one, but it's a hexagonal. Don't overdo it, don't squeeze it too hard because it was already pushed down. The metal was bending. Now push in this one. That's ready. Now repeat it on the other side also. That was the third part, that's ready. Now let's get to the fourth one. We need to insert the smaller C-shaped bar into the larger C-shaped and insert that letter I between those 2. I is mentioned here, it's a ring, you have 2 pieces of them. They look like this, they are conical a little bit. Top part is slightly smaller in diameter compared to the bottom. On this part, make sure these things are on the inside. If not, rotate them inside. That is also pointing to the left. This one pointing to the right. Because here we also have the holes on the inside. So let's insert these plastics here. Notice there is a side there, so it will not enter through this part, but through the lower one. With a wider part down. Now insert this one from the top. Push that in and move it a little bit down. Push the other one in and move that one a little bit down, not too much. A little bit here, a little bit there, and it exited. This also it's in the first hole, so it looks like that. Plastics were inserted and the top C shape was inserted into the lower C shape. So we just finalized step 4. Now let's get to the fifth one. You need J and you need F, two type of wheels. J is mentioned here, you get 2 pieces. F is that one, also 2 pieces. This one has a brake and the other one does not have a brake. Notice here on the left side. So this one is the wheel which has a brake. That one. The other one does not have a brake. So insert one wheel here as the bottom. You need to push it in. And now you can slide it. Now it's unblocked. Push it down. Now it's blocked. Of course it's sliding. So unlock and unlock. And now lock it if you want. So the wheels were inserted at step 5 and it should look like this at step 6.